Infinity Kingdom. This is Magic Mage with server 243. And if you're like me, over the last couple of days, you've started playing the Work Hard Harvest Festival game that was recently rolled out right around the time of our updates. And if you haven't started playing, that's okay. It's actually sometimes more advantageous to begin playing these games on day 4 because sometimes we see on day 4 and 5 repeats of some of the tasks. So you'll notice Expel of the Gnomes, sometimes Armed Troop, occasionally we'll see Summoning Immortals. Those ones, in addition to Boss Rallies and Lord of the Contentions, can repeat. So if you start on day 4 or 5, it gives you the chance to use less resources to claim more rewards. And the suite is extremely helpful to be used in the Cheerful Banquet to, in turn, obtain the wine and the beer that you would make by applying these resources into this machine. And once you're able to obtain some of those resources, every 100 medallion coins, I have been able to redeem these treasure chests for random resources. Also, as you're completing these tasks, we are able to open up these chronicle boxes and obtain Stardust and grapes to create goblets of wine. And as we're opening up this keg to funnel out our beverages, we then earn rewards. And those rewards can be utilized within the Fruitful achievement. Now, in addition to playing the Work Hard events and completing those tasks, we also have tasks that we can achieve through gathering resources in our farms, farming resources in our world, defeating gnomes, and defeating world bosses. And if you haven't yet taken a look at our arms race, this did get updated with our recent release, which not only gives us better rewards in terms of exclusive artifacts based off of elements for earth, water, wind, fire, and lightning, but it also gives us the chance to obtain a solid generic artifact, philosopher's stones, keys, and resources. And what's really cool about this is it's not just at the end of the chronicles, but we get these all the way through. So even if you don't place first, second, third, or even 10th, you still, by playing the games and engaging in these games, receive these rewards. They've also extended the arms race beyond just training troops to include boss rallies, expelling gnomes, building upgrades, tech research, and prosperous life. All of those are going to play into our Harvest Festival, and we are getting keys beyond just killing the spider tarantula boss within our servers. So some of those who are on bigger servers who are unable to get enough hits in to unlock those higher level keys, we can now access these for free by playing the arms race. And then some of those smaller players that are still developing their accounts also has access to get these keys. That's fantastic, as it is extremely beneficial, because if you're like me and always wind up getting the blue dragon chest and you don't have enough keys, this event will allow us to have extra keys to unlock these boxes and allow us to actually farm for more boxes to advance our own individual dragon trees. Additionally, if your dragon tree is maxed, I am seriously jealous, but if your dragon tree is maxed and you have all of these skills at the max capacity, you can then be using those stones that you're gathering to work on your dragon portraits, which also requires us to farm for these stones from our bosses. So in allowing us to get the keys to open up multiple boxes, we're building our portraits, we're building our dragons, the dragon tree, And we're being able to complete the different tasks that require us to open multiple boss boxes to continue to get the rewards within Work Hard Harvest, particularly on day 2, which deals with boss rallies and needing to get up to 10 bosses. So those keys are going to be extremely helpful going towards this individual event. So it's truly advantageous not only to be playing this festival harvest, but to make sure we're doing these activities because they're also going to contribute to that arms race for us. Participating in these events, such as defeating the gnomes, collecting resources, we have defeating gnome bosses. These are giving us extra tresh. These are going to allow us to, for the Harvest Festival, obtain wheat in addition to resources and speed ups. So when we go into our backpacks, remember to go under that other section, locate the Harvest Festival chest, open these up, and use the resources because the wheat is going to expire at the end of the event. Again, that wheat expires at the end of this event, so you won't be able to use it, save it, and that is lost rewards that you will never have a chance to obtain, and it's absolutely worth obtaining these rewards. Once you open up that wheat, make sure you're going back to the Cheerful Banquet, you're brewing that beer, and obtaining those beer glasses to use in the Fruitful achievement rewards. And this is where we come to why I am making this video. I had a lord reach out to me and said, hey, is it worth obtaining this new special attribute, which is a territorial teleportation effect that lasts 7 days? And what exactly is this? And my first thoughts when I looked at this and saw the title Frost Valor was, oh, it's associated with our new KVK Frostborn Wars, and it would give us some sort of boost or benefit going into that battlefield. However, upon closer look, that is not what this is. And I'm extremely excited about the possibilities this can bring to a lord, particularly those free-to-play lords. So we have these Frost Valor Territory Teleportations and the effects. And the first thing I heard is, oh, it makes your castle look pretty when it teleports. That it does, but it's more than that. So when we go into our castles, under decoration, and there's 2 ways you can get there. If you're outside in Norham, you can click the castle and go into decorations. If you're inside your courtyard, you can just go to your castle and select the decoration from the castle tab. So both of them will get you there. You go to your decorations page, which has all of the different shells that you can apply to your castle to give you different boosts. And you can earn those through different events, pay to play, the golden path. Each of these have different events in which you can obtain these skins. We've always had the decoration tabs that can go underneath our castle that works with our nameplates, so we can enhance our name to either match our castle or to give a little flourish to our name. The third tab is a new addition. So our original teleportation, they've named Flicker, and when we teleport, we're all used to seeing that yellow golden light that casts down and shows where a castle is coming in. And there's no special attribute to this, very similar to our generic castle skins, where we don't have any special attributes to those either. They just delineate where someone is going to be teleporting. Similar to our castle skin, it delineates where someone is currently positioned within our world. But we have additionally now the teleport, which is Frost Valor, and you'll notice this comes with a blue teleportation skin, so you can see that it does have a special attribute, and this one has our water dragon that is tied to it, and it's that frosty frozen realm like picturesque. And yes, that's a really cool effect, but what I really like about this is the death rate attribute and how it's applied. So this death rate attribute decreases your deaths by 3%. And that doesn't sound like it's a lot, but this is where it gets cool. I have currently my castle skin on, which is going to give me increased production speed of all my resources and troop training speeds. If I wanted to decrease my death rate, I have to switch to the Land of Goddess castle skin and activate it. I have now lost the production speed and troop training speed, which I really like to use. What that means is I have to sacrifice one need for another to apply that decreased death rate. If I have this teleportation attribute added onto my castle, it's adding almost like a stacked boost to my castle. So now I can have that decreased death rate plus the castle skin attributes I want, which is the production speed of all resources and training and troops. But let's say I had my death rate Land of Goddess skin applied. That's decreasing deaths by 3%. Extremely beneficial in things like Throne of Supreme, KVK, your killing events, when you're raiding gnomes and you're a newer, younger player and those deaths are very high because you don't have the best troops to kill those gnomes. This decreased death rate is fantastic. Add on the teleportation decreased death rate of 3%. I now have 6% that I am applying with this castle skin. So I have this castle skin here for 3%, the teleportation I'm adding on for another 3%, so I have 6% decreased death. That's significant. But it gets even better. So if I wanted to apply, let's say, my increase in troop HP or health points, I can now do that and have a decrease in troop deaths because I'm decreasing my death rate, applying this feature, which is really big. I can then use those in specific events that are kind of tied up together. So I'll probably wait for a Throne of Supreme to give me a boost there, and if I'm lucky enough, a KVK that overlaps with a core event. So now I'm getting multiple events that I'm able to couple with this decreased death rate. And I can tie it to my castle skin here that gives me an increase of 6%. I can also choose, if I need to be farming with my resources, I can add on my troops training speeds. Or if I'm attacking walls and garrisons, I can do damage to my gnomes, but I can also decrease my death rate at the same time, which is really beneficial because a lot of times I'm trying to decide which one I want depending upon the activity I am doing. Walls, I like the death rate, and then for my gnome garrisons, I tend to like to use my core skin, the Forbidden Zone Sovereign. So instead of having to change just as it's switching over from the wall to the garrisons, I don't have to do that with the teleportation special attribute. The other thing I can do is I can, when I'm in battles such as Frostborn or Contention of Lords, when I'm attacking enemies to gain that honor and I'm increasing my marching speed, I can now decrease my deaths at the same time. So the idea that I can stack another boost onto my castle skin and have them all apply simultaneously is truly a game changer. So if you haven't considered playing this event, I would at least encourage you to farm, defeat those gnomes, gather your resources, and obtain those boxes that we need in order to harvest the wheat and allow us to then enter the Cheerful Banquet and manufacture the glasses of brewing beer. You need 20 to unlock this special boost here. However, with relative ease, you would be able to easily unlock the Miraculous Goddess, giving you a free Epic Immortal. And even if you have that Immortal, those pieces are invaluable to enhance and boost up your skills. So I'd always encourage you to unlock those. Make sure you're getting your speed ups. Again, extremely useful in all events and to gain additional rewards. I always go for the Philosopher's Stones and speed up offer treasure box as well, because even if I'm getting gems, Philosopher's Stones, and those speed ups, even the experience rolls, they all play a major role in my overall growth. So Free to play, you're really easy to obtain some of these items. I have been playing this entire event without spending any funds, so you can see that it is achievable and you can get some resources. Now, the Goblet of Wine, realistically, you're not going to make as a free to play individual the ability to unlock the Shadow and Light selection chest. That's going to require at least 150 goblets. So make sure you understand your budget and where things are falling. If you do wish to pursue that path, you can purchase within our shop the Harvest Festival gifts, and these will come with grapes that allow for you to obtain those rewards. Now remember, always the rewards at the beginning for the $5 is going to be cheaper and more advantageous than if you were to spend the $20 package. You can get 3 $20 packages though. These do recycle with each day, so you can obtain 5 $5 packages for the 5-day event. So make sure if you are looking to unlock that treasure chest, you're starting earlier than later in regards to getting the grapes. I do hope this has helped you. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, have a fantastic day.